Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD review. This is actually for Eva. Of course, if you guys know Eva, I've been doing with Eva as Eva's an amazing Ana player. Eva also does like her own stuff on like Twitch and stuff like that. And he's also one of my mods on Twitch. They're really, really lovely. And they basically sent me this little like VOD to do for Mercy. They have played Mercy before. Like it's not like, you know, they're just an Ana player. Like they do play a little bit of Mercy as well to begin with and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to quickly just read out a little synopsis they have for me. So I'm perfectly honest, I don't know what happened in this game, which means pretty much passively playing here. This is one of my games I played yesterday to push the top 500 and played Mercy for 16 minutes at 2.5 minutes on Ana. I just feel out of touch with my Mercy. I would love to you tell me what I should actively work on. I'm GM 3 right now, 216 top 500. I was duoed with Shub. Okay, so first of all, Eva, honestly, congratulations on the top 500 because I know obviously you've been working towards getting those 50 wins because it's an absolute like, what's it called? It's an absolute horse like trying to like get those 50. So honestly, like props to you for doing that already. I'm gonna look into it because obviously I know you don't play a lot of like Mercy anymore because you play a lot more Ana and stuff. So I feel so we're just gonna have to look into it and just kind of see how we're doing. I remember we did a VOD for you a bit ago at Esperanza. And we talked a lot about you not committed enough to team fights and stuff. So I'll be looking at that as well from the last VOD that we did. Like I just don't remember from the top of my head because it's been a while since I've done an Eva VOD. Speaking of VODs, you can get your own VOD view. The other 5,000 channel points, I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too of my own gameplay. You're more than welcome to come and lurk or even come and talk to my lovely community and stuff like that over there. And obviously earn the channel points, earn that 5k, send over a VOD and also your rank is really, really helpful. If you want to include a little synopsis as well, you're more than welcome to. We do have the combat medic skin on as well. I really, really love the skin actually. I do not see this skin used enough. In fact, I think this is my first VOD with someone using it, I'm going to be honest. But it's really, really cute. But we're going to get into it, and yeah. Commitment issues down the drain, a hard commit now is what I like to see. But anyways, we're already struggling a bit because I think some of your team are missing. Okay, with your Sigma here, because I've been looking at your Sigma now, and obviously AlphaAli has like a very kind of like not so much a charge to her. It's like, you know, has to like charge up her heal beams and stuff like that. I've been looking to do maybe just like a quick GA over to like this kind of barrier here, maybe a little bit further if you want to, just so you can like try and help him out a little bit more. But we'll keep going. Obviously, we end up seeing the Sombra. We end up saving him, which is really nice. We just need to do that a little bit quicker. Nice GA, just I would do that GA like behind the pillar on the just in case. Nice, obviously backing away from where the tracer was. We need to get our beam on the soldier though. Ooh, really good anti by the enemy Ana. Trying to get a Sigma out, which is completely fine. I would not res here. Okay. This is purely because your team has like kind of fully kind of like gone at this point. Like, your Bastion's died, your AlphaAli's died, and stuff like that. You resing here, especially because you know they have this Tracer and the Sombra, two people that can very easily, like, one-tap you or, like, clip you, like, out of, what's it called, out of your res, right? It's better in this scenario that you kind of just accept the team fight is lost and you just try and get your Sigma back, okay? So, because I was already looking at you, you know, when you're, like, playing, like, very close, like, here, I was like, what's it called? Don't go in, right? You essentially at this point just need to back off with your Sigma and then like fully like back to probably like around like here. If obviously they do start pushing around the corner, then you can like flick up like onto this little high ground here as well. But yeah, I think I remember saying I had big balls a lot. Balls of steel. Alright, Eva. But we do end up resin. Nice. Obviously your soldiers are getting attacked. We do get anti, so we're playing some really nice safe cover. You could still GA though, like you could do like a GA cancel and just end up here, even though you're antied. Like it's completely fine if you what's it called? If you're still antied, because what's gonna happen is your Sigma and your soldier are gonna really like push up like really aggressively at this point, which is basically gonna like leave everyone that distracted and just like be with them and stuff like that. So you can do like a little GA cancel here and put your beam on like someone here, and just like, you know, play with them a little bit more, just so you're staying with them. Because I feel as though that's how your soldiers end up dying there. Nice, we end up going backwards. Just using Sigma now, so just staying this damage boost him and stuff. Nice, obviously your AlphaAli's back. G's kind of rotate to Bastion. Nice damage boost. End up forcing the recall, which is nice. Okay, it is absolutely fine with you going to go and heal your Bastion here. But whenever you see this Tracer recall and stuff like that, your Sigma uses his rock, try just to quickly put the damage boost onto that Sigma before you go and heal this Bastion, okay? We'll keep going. Now need to probably head to go and help AlphaAli, which is what we end up doing. Really nice. Now let's go help Sigma. Perfect. Because AlphaAli can't get through the shields. Really nice damage boost here. We've realized Tracer's behind. At least I hope we have. Valk. Nice Valk. Obviously save yourself and everything. Ooh. Okay, let's talk about this. I feel as though I tend to just ignore tanks a lot. Like, it's not my problem. So with AlphaAli, I found out, I feel as though you have to kind of like think about when you're going to go and heal them, because obviously AlphaAli does a lot of healing, especially when it's her healing, also the healing pylon and stuff like that. It's really easy for her to heal people up. You have to, it's very much like a Life Weaver, okay? Where it's like, Life Weaver, when I play Life Weaver with like, another, like, with a tank and stuff like that, I have to think when he's used his pull, because then if someone is extended and stuff like that and needs help and can't be pulled back, I'm the one that has to go in and do like a slingshot in and out to go and help them. Really good example, I had a game on Hollywood and my Life Weaver used his pull to pull my Tracer back, and my Diva was still kind of stuck into a team fight. I had to then go in and like go and GA like in and out and stuff like that, because my Sigma doesn't have movement, so I just assumed my AlphaAli would keep him up. It also depends on like how much charge the AlphaAli has, and also like where the pylon is and stuff like that. Like, essentially, if AlphaAli's pylon goes down, it like you will have to step in at that point. Now, if the pylon is down, it depends on where the AlphaAli is and how much healing charge stuff, whether you have to step in. And by stepping in, I don't mean like, oh, go and heal lots of full HP. I mean like going stepping in, putting that heal beam on for a second, you know, just try and get him up a little bit more, and then go into leave and do something else. But I'm just going to go back and just talk about this, because I feel as though this is your poor kind of attention at this point, because you did say you're like a little bit like iffy, like with 3 hours of comp and stuff like that, and I feel as though this is a reason why, right? So you do this GA around, and then you can like feel this Tracer behind you. As soon as you can feel this Tracer, you walk around here and you get this health pack to get rid of any kind of like healing that's happened. Then if that Tracer continues to harass you, you can like GA over into like this room, because obviously, you know, the Tracer is like going to be coming after you, or you can GA back to your team or something. You essentially just want to kind of like create that distance. You can also, if you like want to, like back into them and then GA up onto the roofs and stuff like that to try and like block LOS like here, but it also means that you do end up blocking with a Bastion, so it probably would be better if you just got like GA'd into like a room and stuff like that, basically. But yeah, so we'll keep on going, because it's kind of like this, you end up kind of popping your Valk, because you end up taking so much damage from that. They may end up getting a little bit stuck and then don't buy the Winston. This is completely fine for use of Valk here. I feel as though, like, if I was also in this scenario, I would have Valked as well, which is great. Okay, this is not the correct movement, though, with the GAs, because it's like, you popping your Valk and then GAing forward, it's putting you in LOS of this Honor. If the Zen was further forward as well, and if your Sigma wasn't here, this is you very kind of, like, risky territory. You can instead just kind of like pop your Valk as you did, and then GA, and then use like a crouch and get yourself up here. The reason why I want you to go up here is because you are out of basically you're going to be out of Winston's way. Tracer's going to have to look up to go for you, instead of obviously, you know, going to like go and help this AlphaAli and stuff like that. And also being up here blocks you from LOS from all these people main. So just try, if you can, like GA, and then like, so obviously, you know, you use your GA and then press the crouch to get yourself up here. And then at that point you have choices, like you could peek over to go and help the Sigma, or you can obviously help out your team and stuff like that. It's harder for people to secure a kill if I just ignore them. I think I have a bad habit of using my own body to distract the enemy to take the pressure off my team. I do it in Valk all the time, which is like, it's okay to do it depending on like what the DPS is, like what the support is and stuff like that, but when you're low HP like this is not the time and scenario to do it. Now, it is completely fine to go and like body block people, like if you're like near full HP and stuff like that. Like, for example, if your FAR is doing like a barrage or something like that, then it's really, really great. You know, so obviously like body block from the enemies and stuff. It can also be great if like someone's really low HP and stuff, and you need like, you know, it's like quickly like get yourself in the way to like block a shot and stuff like that. Completely fine. You, however, do not want to be doing it when you've had to pop this Valk to protect yourself, like to give yourself that extra movement to get yourself away. So in this reality, you should just be going up here. So we do end up kind of playing around, which is completely fine, and then we get into the pulse bomb, which is kind of iconic. But anyways, we'll keep on going. I feel like we could have just done a little bit better there if we just kind of Just gonna keep going. um, anyways, we'll keep going. It's me right now. Oh man. Anyways, you don't want a GA here. The reasoning is because, especially because they still have the Sombra could be just be like hiding out here waiting for your team to push up and then just hack you. She is here, which is a lot better for you, but if she was like hanging about over here and waiting for someone, that's you dead, okay? You want to wait for people to push up, so at this point you essentially just want to wait here and just like let your cast push up before you do anything. It also just leave you vulnerable like to that Sombra, because if your Sombra hacks you at that point, then it's what's it called? It ruins your GA and can very much kill you. Nice, obviously, you know, you played out your way and everything like that. Nice, obviously, splitting up the heals and everything. We do mess up our GA a little bit there. Nice GA away, obviously, because Tracy's huge recall, completely fine. Ooh. We shouldn't be doing that. Like, unless if your team are, like, even like your team haven't dropped in. Like, if your team dropped in, that would have been completely fine. You flinging yourself out there is just like saying, "Hey, enemies, come and kill me," kind of thing. Just obviously, you know, play that safety, like play in this cover. You at this point do not need to move from here right now. You are in such lovely, like, safe. Apart from us, the Sombra being here, but like you are in such like lovely kind of like safety right now, and like. If your team push up, obviously you push up, but you don't push up before your team does, if you get me. So it feels like you do it twice now, it's like you're pushed up when you don't need to. Nice EMP from the enemy Sombra. You need to go and help Sigma. You can't res, which is completely fine. Just GA back. Put your beam onto your, basically, when you're like mid-GA and stuff like that, you can switch your beam target. You want to be switching to your what's called, your soldier here. Same thing with like the GA, they end up going really, really aggressive. I'm gonna be honest, I would have literally, whenever you got hacked like this, go straight behind this wall because it blocks the LOS. I was debating the res. You shouldn't really be debating a res here because the Sombra's here. Okay, let me quickly go back. So obviously we're helping like Sigma get back. AlphaAli dies, that's completely fine. We need to click on the damage boost there, that's fine, okay? At this point, I know obviously like you contemplate the res and stuff like that, and obviously you do end up not doing it because of the Sombra. Honestly, at this point, unless if I know the Sombra has like is fully away, which you don't, because obviously, you know, she's like used EMP and stuff like that, you're not sitting in the kill feed or like quickly going away. Just do not go for a res. Like if you know if you know like the Sombra's still about, just don't go for it. Like do not look or like think about it. But it is, we don't look like pushing up and stuff like that. We get hacked, right? As soon as you get hacked like this, you want to now move and just be away. Like, just play away, okay? It doesn't matter if your Sigma dies here because your Sigma's now inting at this point. Like, this is not your fault. You essentially just want to kind of, like, play back here and just get away as quick as you can. Window going in for the Sigma, which is completely fine. He ends up dying. Your soldier's gone behind. I would literally just stay where I was. Oh, let's get the Tusker. Nice. What's our plan now? Okay. Let's quickly go back because I want to talk about this as well, okay? So, I would literally go and play like behind the cover. We go to help Sigma, that's completely fine. We can't help him. We see that our soldier has dropped. You also should think at yourself, I can't do anything here. Like you essentially like because he's used trans and stuff like that, this visor isn't gonna get any value. And you dropping down with him is also just going to like get you killed as well. You can literally just stay if you like just played your cover, stayed here, your AlphaAli is gonna be back in a second. Now what's going to happen is you either die, which is completely fine because I feel like your team has to reset at this point, or you just, what's it called, you get out. Those are like your two kind of best scenarios at this point. What ends up happening is you end up kind of GAing around here and then really staggering yourself by like going off. I would have literally gone to kill the translocator and then just like jumped off the map because A, it doesn't give the Winston ult charge because you can't get out there because obviously you can hear him jump to you, and also like B, it just lets you reset a little bit quicker. So yeah. That happens a lot with my GAs. I'll look down, it stops me in my place, even though I'm aiming where I move. Yeah, like, I'll have a look at it a few more times at your GA, but yeah, if you are kind of like looking down as you go to do your GAs and stuff like that, it will definitely like shorten it and stuff like that. I'll have a look a little bit more at what you do. But yes, we do end up getting antied. We get another shot off, I think, by the Ana. See, at that point, I would just jump off. Because it was just what's called. You just like reset a lot quicker than what you're doing. Anyways, we do end up falling, which is unfortunate. I guess we'll just wait for the respawns and stuff like that. So we'll just keep going. We've nearly got Valk. If your team decides to contest, you can Valk, but I don't think they are. Up here, Laurie, really nice. Nice Valk. Nice damage boost though here. Oh, okay. Go on. Nope, okay, we're backed off now. Oh, going back in though. Okay. Go on. Okay, end of Valk though, what are we gonna do? We need to stop shooting the translocator and get out, which is what we ended up doing. Okay. I feel the way I'm kind of like being a bit ummy and ahhmy with you, Eva, is because me and you play Mercy a little bit differently. Because your aim is so much better than mine, I feel as though you play a little bit more of an aggressive Mercy with a pistol compared to me. Right? I'm gonna say if this was me, I would just stay damage boosting like these guys here. Because what's gonna happen is your D.Va can work down this Winston and kill him quite easily with this damage boost, and this Laureus has a really good angle, and you can just damage boost through here, okay? Now, obviously, if you have aim, which Eva kind of does, Eva obviously goes in. Really nice backing off, though, as soon as you get that Discord, just be away. Really nice. At this point, though, you now need to be looking to back off, because you have 2 seconds left in your Valk. Are you going to kill these people? No, so you need to, like, start getting back and, like, ready to, what's it called, back off. That's how you got the translocator, though, as soon as you got out, though. Really nice. You need to be helping these guys, though. You need to be helping these guys. Like, what? And obviously, you go, like, to look back in and stuff like that, but you know this Sombra's behind. I would now, what's it called? I would basically, as soon as I get back and stuff like that, leave your Alari to help your cast, because I'm pretty sure he can survive for a second. While you GA back, you help your soldier with the Sombra, and then you can go back to go and help these people, alright? I know a bit iffy with my aim with Mercy, because Ana have such different aiming styles. Which is probably why I can't aim with, what's it called, with Ana. I'm going to use that as my, what's it called, my excuse. I have max sense of both beam and stab. If you, what's it called, if you can change it for the pistol, you can change, what's it called, the blaster, yeah. Don't have it on max sense for the blaster. Put it on lower if you can. Like with me, I have my sense and I have my blaster turned down to like 75. Like, it's not massively, so it's really slow, but it's like slower, so it allows me to kind of like lock onto people a little bit easier. Look, I haven't tried it. Do it, honestly. It will really help, Eva, honestly. Change it to, like, about 75-ish, maybe 80, depends on, like, how comfortable you are and stuff like that on, like, a faster sense. Lower it down a little bit, it will help you out with your aim, definitely. But as we keep on going. Damage boost. We need to damage boost here. We need to damage boost. Okay. Throughout this whole entire scenario, we should damage boosted here, okay? Because everyone's like full HP, everyone's like quite healthy and stuff like that. Even if people are missing like one little bit of HP, they don't really have anyone on their team to like, apart from like maybe Zen with like a full right click and stuff like that. But yeah, I was definitely looking at my pizza coming into my room. Oh, okay. But yeah, we do obviously in a normal scenario with these damage boost here. Okay. Now we see Alari going in for an ult. We do not need to GA in and then GA yourself into the enemies again here. Oh, it was Dominoes? Oh, very, like, 100% respect, Eva. But yeah, you do not need to GA in and then kind of GA into the enemies here because it's making you very vulnerable once again. You can literally just GA and cancel on the floor and just stay on the floor and help damage boost her here. But let's see what we end up doing. We end up kind of flicking ourselves around to the cover, which is completely fine. Flick ourselves into the enemy, which we don't need to. And, okay. Okay, let's quickly. I want to talk about all of this, okay? Because I do not like any of this movement that you did. I'm really sorry, Eva, okay? So, we talked about the heal and everything like that, okay? So, what we can do here, okay? As soon as we hear this, I'm going to play my camera where I would play, okay? So, here ult. You stand here, and you, what's it called? You just damage boost. You can just stay here and damage boost. You can GA and GA into here if you desperately want to kind of like get where you are and stuff like that. Then you could like kind of like stay main, play around this cart and damage boost these guys, because obviously if you damage boost Alari, she can get to the Winston. Also, your D.Va's like kind of fine here. Like your D.Va will fly back if she like desperately needs to and stuff like that, because you know, because she just dove the Ana and stuff like that. Because you then flinging yourself into this Winston is making you take unnecessary damage. when you can literally just stay main and help your soldier who's trying to like attack this soldier over here. You can like help him out with this 1v1 because your AlphaAli is stepping in now to come and help your Eva. And then this GA, because I don't know whether you've realized there's a Bastion here now, you end up GAing just completely directly in front of this Bastion. If this Bastion locks onto you, he just goes and then you're dead, because Mercy is so easy to track whenever she uses her GA, because she will always travel in some kind of like straight direction. You can on console use the seesaw GA, but you can't do it obviously when you add something to the GA, so it's like a normal GA. You can like use that to kind of like alter your hitbox ever so slightly, but that's literally the other thing you can do. But yeah, so at least A1 Mercy feels like I need to make up for it is to get as much info as possible. Honestly, Eva, you can get so much info as much as possible by playing the cover, right? Or you can get it from like your team with comms and stuff like that, because I know obviously you join comms a little bit more than I do, right? You do not need to fling yourself into the enemies and visualize and see them with like to get that info. You can get the info from sound, you get the info from like even just like general kind of like looking at the leaderboards and stuff like that. That's how you get your info as Mercy. You get your info by like obviously tracking the cooldowns, like tracking ults and stuff like that. But you also get it by sounds and what's it called? The scoreboard and stuff like that. I have a big ego and I think no one else can shoot me, so this is why. And even if you go up to like the GM2s, GM1s, you will be caught out by doing stuff like this, okay? It just needs to be involved. But you will be involved if you what's it called? If you just stand here and just damage boost like other people. You can literally just stand like behind this cart, damage boost these guys, even to get rid of the Winston, damage boost the soldier who's gonna take this soldier 1v1 that's also got this Bastion. You can have so much of an impact and be involved if you just stood here, okay? Instead of like fling yourself in. But it's we don't know going in. This is a completely fine time to go in, by the way. But while you're doing this, especially when D.Va's diving in with her boost and stuff, put that damage boost on, because if you damage boost your D.Va there, oh, he does end up dying, but like it would have helped try and get the kill a little bit more. I would rotate back now. Really nice. Obviously rotating back. He gets anti, so that's completely fine. Rotate around while it's still safe, which is completely fine. Get the AlphaAli. I would stay with your cast here, because like the cast is still being targeted by the Winston. You can also damage boost here a little bit more than what you have been doing. So let me just quickly go back a little bit. Because what happens here is obviously the Winston dives in. I'll quickly rewind and talk through. So I don't know this rotation, this is alright. We back off really, really nicely when this Winston jumps in. This is really nice. Helping our AlphaAli backing off. This is really good, okay? Helping your cast now, which is nice. You need to stay with your cast now and damage boost. Because you going over to heal this soldier is not really being the most effective that you can be right now. Because you going to go in and heal this soldier is not helping, because he has his heal pad down. You can damage boost your cast, you can damage boost Eva, and that would have actually killed him and not allowed us to escape with this one little silver bit of HP. This is how much damage boost could impact a team fight, impact a game. But yeah, I think someone else stopped trying, but I can't remember. Oh, about winning. Okay, but like, can you see what? Hold on, let me have a look at what HP. 17. If you damage boost one shot from that cast, he'd be dead. This is how impactful damage boost is, and about flicking it on and off whenever you can. So when you're with this cast, I would 100% stay with him, and then obviously because you're in comms, stuff like that, I'll be like, wins this one, right? You could just flick on the damage boost. Even though you can kind of like, it's a bit harder with like cast compared to someone like Farah. You can kind of like go like shoot, heal kind of thing with like the damage boost and stuff like that. But like you need to damage boost a bit more in this scenario to get rid of him like as quickly as you can, basically. All right. So we keep going. This is fine. You healing D.Va here. Fine. Obviously you staying where you are. This is fine, Valk, but I need to push damage boost more in this Valk. Oh, we're going in with the block again. Go on. Go on, Eva. Go on. we do need to kind of like be a little bit more careful with like our Valks and stuff, and maybe kind of like improve the aim a little bit more before we do stuff like that. But yeah. But anyways, we'll keep going. We'll just completely bypass that Valk. It would have been better if you just stayed and just damage boost main, by the way. If you went and put your beam onto your D.Va as she dove people, would have been so much better use of your Valk, basically. But that ends up happening, I guess. That's fine. Cass is switching, which is completely fine. You need to try and like stay with your AlphaAli a little bit more here, which feels just mess up with the movement. Nice. Okay, damage boost. Very, very nice. I feel as though this whole thing's a little bit of a mess right now. Go to the health pack. Go to the health pack. Very nice res. Completely not your fault as well that they die. Really nice to move around here as well right now. Can't do anything about that. He instant. Ooh, okay, right. Let's quickly, what's it called? Let's quickly go back. Because I want to talk about this entire thing because I really like that res. I really like the majority of what you did here, okay? So, really nice damage boost. This is another one of them scenarios where you're just GAing for no reason and you don't need to, okay? Okay, yeah, maybe fill it as Bastion and stuff like that, but you can literally just GA and cancel and just play here. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have to wait for this Winston to kind of like force you out. At that point, you can like GA back in. Because right now, the soldier has visor and you don't want to be crossing kind of this area because it's going to help you, what's it called? It's not going to help you, really, okay? AlphaAli ends up falling, which is completely fine, okay? We back off, okay? But as we're backing off, we need to be putting that beam on our Bastion a little bit quicker. We do end up connecting it back with him, which is completely fine. Just make sure you flick it on the damage boost because he's still really, really healthy. So you can flick the damage boost on a little bit more, alright? Go for the health pack here. This should have been a GA to the health pack. Just try and get your health up a little bit more so you can help out people. And that's how you still use his cover. Okay, I love this res. I think this res is great. But if you're in VC with people, you need to communicate this with your Bastion. Because I feel as though your Bastion is expecting you to go in aggressively with him. To use his, like, turrety form kind of thing. Which I feel as though is the reason why he ends up falling and stuff like that. So if you're talking to people in VC, then then you need to, like, say it. If you're obviously in VC, but you're not, just try and ping the res. And be like, I'm going to go and res. Because it will give that Bastion that initiative to kind of, like, stay back and sit back for a second. And just, like, allow him and stuff like that. But we'll keep on going. Completely. I like this J obviously over to the health pack and stuff like that. That's fine. Really nice obviously helping your soldier here. Right, this GA here, I would have literally just used it to kind of like get to the point and then come over here, right? Because this, like, obviously I know you're GAing to get away from the Winston, which is completely fine, but it's actually safer if you GA, because you know Winston's already used his jump and stuff like that there, right? You GAing, like, I know it's going to be like across like the danger and stuff like that, but it's going to be safer for you in the long run because you didn't actually end up picking up this health pack. So you can obviously GA over to this health pack if like, you desperately need, or GA over to here, forcing the Wiz to come and jump to you again, in which case you can like slingshot yourself and wait somewhere else. But you GAing over to here is putting yourself vulnerable to like the enemy team and stuff like that, because unfortunately this side isn't as covered as like the other one. That's obviously we do end up kind of like, you know, playing out of the way and stuff like that because he jumps to contest, which is completely fine. And then we do, right, so this GA is obviously to get away from the Winston, which is completely fine. We now at this point just want to kind of, instead of like slingshot yourself like fully out here, cancel it and drop here, because obviously you still want to use that cover. He instants, that's completely fine. If we now drop here, we're completely out of, you know, LOS of anyone basically. And also this Winston's like not gonna be able to attack us. At this point we now look for options and we can now essentially like GA forward like this, but then cancel it and then come round here. Just so we can like get to somewhere safe and also be with our Bastion. Because we do end up like being out in this kind of open bit because we slingshot ourselves outwards, and soldiers could like Helix rocket jump up here and just like come and get you, which is exactly what it's done and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very valid. I usually place myself in the team to force them to look away from the choke if they want to get me. Yeah, which is completely fine. You know, you coming over to the side and stuff like that. But I feel as though you can use that cover a tiny bit more and stuff like that. So yeah. But it's fine. I don't know what your team are going to end up doing. They end up getting 2, which is quite nice. Your Diva needs to sort this out really nicely. Oh, dude, if she nearly had a bomb. If she had a bomb, that would have been so, like, game-changing for you guys. So, overall, Eva... Right, okay, first of all, we need to be a little bit less aggressive with the pistol Valk, I'm going to be honest. Because it's good, don't get me wrong, but I feel as though if you want to do it, we do need to improve on our aim a little bit more than what we are doing, okay? We do need to damage boost a little bit more as well from what I've seen. Because there's been a lot of times where you can flick on the damage boost just to quickly finish someone off and they would be dead, like, really, really instantly and stuff like that. But yeah.
I've learned a lot.
I feel as though reses were good, like, especially that last res was really, really good. We just need to communicate it a little bit more with our team, whether it be like a ping or, like, you know, saying out loud, like, I'm going to go and res kind of thing. Yeah, I feel... Oh, and then Valk's just try and use our cover a little bit more, stuff like that. But anyways, we'll keep going. I'm just quickly, like, flick it forward a little bit quicker so we can get in. But it sounds pretty much the same comp again, which is completely fine. I will look at this damage boost Soldier at the start, just purely because Soldier is better damage boost target. Nice GA, so to get yourself into cover and everything. Really nice. Go with a Soldier here. Go with a Soldier. Like, you've switched to this Kiriko now instead of AlphaAli. So it means Kiri can essentially just play main with all these guys. If what's going to happen is main's going to be really, really focused on these people and stuff like that. You now need to be committed with this Soldier and allow him, like, really, really enable him on this flank and stuff like that. I really wanted to, I just know why I didn't. But it would have been so much better if you went in and committed with him. Because it also would have saved you from, like, just casually just GAing across a bastion and stuff like that as well. But anyways, you do end up kind of wind up the team, which is really, really nice. Now so you do end up kind of getting in a little bit more to obviously help out. Now so you're healing while she's still in bubble, because obviously Kiri can't heal. Now Kiri can heal, so now you can focus on damage boosting. Allow your Kiri to get that ult charge and just damage boost at that point to get rid of that Tracer. Ooh, okay. Because I feel as though we spent a little bit too long here focused on trying to heal this Diva. Let's quickly back this out, okay? So this is completely fine with you, obviously, you know, thinking people could pop out main. I love how you heal here. This is completely, wait for what's it called? This is completely fine. Okay. Then, okay, it's at this point you do not need to J yourself back in, okay? Because you have to think to yourself, okay, my Diva's out of the bubble now, she's fine, and she has Kiri. What's our kind of main, you know, things to do as Mercy here? Auto damage boost. Where's our Soldier? Soldier's here. We essentially just use our GA to get ourselves back out here, and we can just sit and damage boost our Soldier here. Because you GA yourself back out to, like, just try and help your Diva, which you don't need to. It's the reason why you're still stood out in this open bit and stuff like that. Because you see how you're going into J in here. Your Diva's like pretty much full HP and she has her Kiri on her. If you just sit and just damage boost the Soldier here, he could probably hit 1 or 2 rockets onto this Tracer and get rid. Okay? So you just need to kind of play with him here. Because it's the reason why you end up basically taking that bit of damage from the Bastion. And then you end up taking more damage from him and then the bomb kills you and stuff like that. So you're badly autopilot right now. Yeah, which is like, try just to kind of get out that autopilot, Eva. It might, like, because I know you probably were streaming this game, right? With me, I try to like talk to people whenever I'm not in a stressful team fight, which can be kind of like bad and stuff like that. But especially in like a stressful team fight, I really like to kind of focus on what I'm doing and like why I'm doing it and stuff like that. You'll see as well a lot of like higher ranked like streamers and stuff like that as well, in like games like this, they will go quiet like during like the stressful like team fights and stuff like that, and then they'll return back to the conversation, or they'll carry on the conversation after the team fights happened. That's purely because it's very, especially as a Mercy player or like kind of any support player just in general, it's very, very important that you stay alive during that, what's it called, during those team fights and stuff like that. So you just really need to be a little bit more kind of like, not like switched on, because I know you're switched on, but we need to kind of like turn off that autopilot a little bit. I'll literally go silent. No, Eva, I literally do the same. It's so funny whenever I go to like edit my gameplay and stuff like that, and you can just hear whenever I get like really like focus and stuff like that, because I just do not talk to anyone. It's so funny. But anyways, Bash ends up dying. I'm guessing Kiri's gonna die, yeah. I think it's gonna be a reset now, which is unfortunate, but yeah. I feel like I went basically chill a little bit more because I don't use my brain so much, yeah. Okay. Well, sorry. I'm going to say to you, I don't like this GA that you come out with in a second now. So just have a quick bit of my water just before I carry on. Because my throat is like casually just dying. Give me a sec. Okay, this point. You just stay main with your soldier here. Because, like, if your D.Va dies during this bomb, this is completely her fault and stuff like that. Like she will try her best, obviously, to play the cover and stuff like that and displace people with the bomb. At this point, you can literally just play main and just, like, help your soldier out, okay? The Ana and the Zen are both 1 HP. If the soldier can literally get those 2 people, they are both dead really, like, easily with the soldier, like, damage boost. You can also GA yourself to the point, getting 2 people on, and hopefully be able to cap it in the time that D.Va's creates the space with the bomb and stuff like that. I was gonna go through with the bomb investment, but I was like, okay, we're going in. No, honestly, like, the bomb, let your D.Va do the bomb. Let her do her own thing. You help follow up on this bomb with the soldier. Damage boost him, get rid of the Zen, get rid of this Ana. Because what ends up happening is the bomb doesn't actually kill the Ana or the Zen. I don't actually know where the Ana is. Oh, the Ana's up there, right? But the Zen anyways, right? The bomb doesn't actually kill the Zen. But imagine if your soldier was there on the Zen. What ends up happening is you end up going up on this this bomb, which you don't need to. We go in with our Glock, which we fair enough, helping obviously with that and everything. But I bet our soldier's gonna die now because we've abandoned him just to go and do that. Yeah. We could have literally just stayed main. We could have got rid of Zen really quickly, allows them to not have any healing because their Ana is still like backed off like all the way over here because obviously she's dealing with the D.Va bomb and stuff like that over here. You get rid of him, you also get this extra person on payload. You either can push it in, or it basically allows your soldier to get rid of the Zen and then get rid of the Tracer as well afterwards, okay? And then obviously when your D.Va's finished with the bomb, she could then come back. But as well, keep it going. So you're backing off, and I think we end up dying there, yeah. So it's just like, I feel as though a lot of the time, you're playing your Mercy like you would do with an Ana, where you're flying towards the person that you want to kind of like scope in and heal as Ana. If you get me? Like, it's happened quite a few times now where you kind of fly in just to go and like get your beam onto someone that I feel as though you would be trying to get hold of if you were, what's it called? That's not your fault. That's not your fault. Like, I feel as though, like, you needed to, once again, I feel you did a great job, obviously, like, pinging the res and stuff like that, and going for it, really, really great. You cannot do anything about this, because, obviously, Bastion just goes and, like, he gets stuck. Can't do anything about it. Really nice. I would have just stayed there with your with your soldier. But it's alright. Nice heals here. Really nice DVDM. One really key thing as well, I've seen this a few times now actually, I want you to stop jumping. Right? Because you are constantly just boing, 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 and that is half the reason why your movement's being messed up some of the time, okay? You also vertically jumping like this all the time is making you very, very easy to track as someone like a hit scan, for example. Like if you're constantly going boom, 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 like vertically like this and stuff like that, it's making your movement pattern very easy to kind of predict. Literally keep yourself plastered to this floor. You can crouch some more. Like I find that like crouching is a lot better and stuff like that because it's a lot like harder to track like how long you're gonna hold like your crouch for, and also like like how much you're gonna use it and stuff like that, right? I have a paddle controller, so it's easy to hop. Stop it. Stop hopping. Do not hop. Stay fully. Like, so, imagine there's like, what's it called? There's the ground is full of like really sticky glue, okay? And the only way you can like walk through it is either really, really slowly or use your GAs to get through it quickly, okay? Like the rest of the time you want to just be stayed like glued to the floor. But yeah, no, I think definitely as well you just made the comment obviously about what's it called? Is your Zen just made a I love the Zen just put on a spray. Yeah, no, you essentially want to, what's it called? You essentially just want to, stop jumping and get out of that Ana kind of playstyle and just kind of learn that separate playstyle. It will take a lot of time to kind of like learn it, but yeah, it's almost like a stim. You know when you watch me play and I'm constantly like crouching like this? That is my kind of like stim thing basically, where it's like I have obviously as Mercy I want to, what's it called? I want to like go around and like do stuff and stuff like that. Like I will like sit there and I will crouch and I will keep crouching like this, and well obviously can't show it right now, but like I'd be constantly crouching up and down. That is mine. And that's because I sometimes like hold the crouch a little bit longer, and I also kind of like let myself up and stuff like that for a little bit longer. This is just me wanting to do something, because obviously, you know, I'm not like in the action as much as like these guys and stuff like that. But I'm also like, you know, it helps me be a lot harder to hit rather than just constantly jumping like boom, boom, boom like this, okay? But so we keep on going. Obviously damage boost here. Nice heals. Nice. I'd push up now. Nice Valk away. I don't think we needed it though. I feel as though we could have just got better with a little bit better positioning. Oh, go on. Go on. We're not going to get that now, so we need to back out. We need to back out. Okay, we got it. Fair enough. Fair enough, Eva. Damage boost baby Eva here. What damage boost? Right. In this scenario, we want what's called. We want to damage boost baby Diva. The reason is because for the next team fight, you need your like Diva's mech to be alive and stuff like that. So you literally just play back here and just what's it called? You just damage boost your baby Diva, because the Ryan's not back yet, so it allows your Diva just to get kind of hits on these people up until the Ryan puts up his shield. It's also gonna be what's it called? It's also like it's gonna be so much harder if your Divas get ult charge while the Ryan shield is up. Alright, but we'll keep going. We still need to damage boost here. You got saved so hard there, alright? I'm gonna be honest, this is not the correct decision for you to res at this very moment in time, okay? Because you know the Bastion ult is up, like the enemy Bastion ult. So if you, if you go in to go and res this, the Bastion's gonna, and there's a pew, 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 and you're dead, and it just, Not gonna be great, okay? So you also being like still staying here thinking I can res this is still like not the correct scenario. Also with this Ryan and stuff like that, you get saved by the Kiri, which is absolutely like amazing. But in reality, as soon as you see this Diva die and you know this Bastion ult's up, you now want to like basically try and save your GA. So I would literally just walk backwards and walk down here. So I'm saving my GA in case the Bastion like obviously targets me and stuff like that. And then just play away from people. I'm glad to see what you end up doing though after this. We're still looking for it. Oh. Just as I predicted, you end up dying obviously to the the Bastion ult. All right, just try to let him use that Bastion ult first of all before we go in to go and do that res ourselves. Okay. Right, so keep on going. Let's get your team's all healthy, so it'd be so much like better for your team if you were alive and healthy with them during these like healthy periods and stuff. But as we keep on seeing how we get back. You can GA to Kiri, very nice. I wouldn't be GAing yourself all the way over to here because once again you put yourself in LOS. You could GA through this window, this is completely fine. But then cancel it when you get here to save your GA cooldown and also to like just stay here and damage boost from this kind of area. Now you will know Ryan has Shatter, which we end up kind of getting caught out by a little bit. And then pinned again. But it would have been so much better if we literally just played here. Save your, because you can dodge, like, Ryan Shatter as long as you're playing, like, the correct distance away. And you have the right reaction time of, like, GA and, like crouching to get above it and stuff like that. But, yeah. Yeah, you're being really aggressive, Eva, which you absolutely, like, do not need to as Mercy. Like, it's actually worse as Mercy if you're being extremely aggressive because you will get caught out. Like, as soon as people kind of learn, like, oh, this person's being, like, really, really aggressive, like, you need to, like, catch them out on, like, their bad positioning. We need, like, they'll start, they'll start punishing you for it. But it's damage boost here. We need to damage boost some more. Like, don't try and heal people to full HP. Try to just damage boost before, you know, doing any of that. Literally, you could just, at this point, you could just drop out the window here. And then just use your angelic descent to fly back around to people. It's safer than doing the GA across because obviously he's just been nanoed and stuff like that. It's so true. I laugh at Mercies that think they can get away. Yeah, but even that's the thing. You should go and like laugh at yourself because that's exactly what you're doing. Like you are being that Mercy and you need to like not be basically. But anyways, obviously in position once again we need to like damage boost some more. Out because obviously the fight's still winnable. Nice res if you're using the payload and stuff. Just go and help people though. Like, I want you to stop getting the Glock out every single like Valk and stuff like that, so you can help your team some more. Nice GA out into the like away though, really really nice. Nice. Hook the left wall here, so then you don't take as much damage and you just back off. That's completely fine. So now at this point, I'm hoping that Bastion's comment that he maybe like wants to switch or something. I think because the way he's like walking back to spawn. Yeah. So that's how you'll see you go in to go and help your carry. Same thing again though, you don't need to do the slingshot, you could just, what's it called? Just GA. But you guys being crushed up and play off aggro again. Like, there's a difference between like playing aggro and playing passively. What you're doing is extremely aggro. Like, you can be aggressive with your Mercy, definitely. You need to do it like in different ways. Like, we need to stop getting out the Glock as much as we are doing and focus on the damage boost. Because damage boost is a lot better than your, what's it called, than just like going in with the Glock and stuff like that in general. But it's nice, obviously, damage boosting on the Valkyrie. Well, no, okay, this is, we should have literally, you should just wait here and just help these guys, okay? You GAing across this is, once again, you've got a Bastion in this form. You just should not GA across here. Your D.Va is absolutely fine. Your Bastion's using his ultimate all the way over here, so he's completely fine. You just need to just stay main with your soldier right now. Like, stay with your soldier and Kiri. Anyways, help Kiri, which is completely fine. Damage with Visor. We don't need to be pushed up as much as we did there. Like, we can literally just stay behind the cart. We can res, very nice. We got the Glock out to try and get the Tracer. Yeah, just leave the Tracer now. Leave the Tracer. You end up dying. Leave the Tracer. You could provide a TP. Oh, I guess your Kiri switch spawns, which is completely fine. I thought you were going to TP for the Kiri. There was, you could switch spawns now, which is completely fine. If you die here, this is like really on you. Oh, it's nice that your team followed up on it. But we shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Like, literally just kind of think to yourself in your head, I know where the Tracer is. And just kind of like keep it in your head of like, this is where the Tracer is. Ping him, making sure that you know where they are. But it's nice damage. I'd be healing like your soldier here. Very nice. Damage boost though when that Ryan's pinning across, because that Ryan's going to be so vulnerable. So as soon as as soon as you see that Ryan pin across, try to like press the damage boost it. Let's get save with this Bastion, damage boost it. The really good thing with you damage boosting this Bastion against their Bastion is the fact that when that Ryan shield is down, you are actually giving this this Bastion an advantage, because obviously their Bastion doesn't have a damage boost, he has Discord, and he has to, the Zen has to really like be fully in the LOS to obviously like be able to Discord it and stuff like that. Anyways, we don't need to be healing D.Va here, we can literally just stay with our people on point. Let's stay on point here. But I'm not gonna say it again, but we know how aggressive you're being right now. We do not need to be this aggressive. We need to damage boost. This is fine on the Ana there. I would do the exact same. Okay. So Eva, I want you to stop getting this block out, okay? And I want you to really kind of think to yourself, actually, who should I be damage boosting and stuff like that instead, okay? Because right now, you kind of like damage boosting and just like staying and just like damage boosting people is going to do so much for your team compared to you getting out this Glock all the time. You're actually putting yourself in harm's way trying to do this like 1v1s and stuff like that when you don't need to. You can literally think to yourself in your head, I know where this person is, and just stay there. Just really kind of, not so much go back to basics, but I want you to really kind of go back. I want you to rewatch this VOD again, or like without me speaking, or excuse me, go and watch like one of your other Mercy VODs and really just sit there and think to yourself, okay, how can I play better? How can I play more passively? Very out of touch with it. Which I feel as though it's because you played Ana so much. But definitely, just go back, go and sit yourself down, watch another one of your VODs, and just think to yourself, what should I actually be doing here as a Mercy? Because right now it kind of feels like you're trying to play her like an Ana, when Mercy and Ana play so much like differently compared to everyone else. Okay, so it's really great that we're taking this angle with the soldier, which you should have done in the first round. With an SGA cancel. That's how you GA all the way back. Really nice. You don't need to re-peek this though, like, because you know this Orisa is gonna like be really aggressive and rush onto you guys. So you should literally, what's called, you should just back off and play here. Because then it means the risk has to like really come at you to come and get you and stuff like that. I shouldn't expect anything more because I've played like 40 hours of her in like 8 months. Yeah, exactly. So you probably haven't like got fully used as well to like her new movements and stuff as well. Damage boost here. Same thing again, you're pulling yourself into the enemies but you don't need to, just play passively. We've abandoned our team here. Like, you should literally just like play it out with your soldier here and try and get some people, because your Bastion is not going to have an angle on anyone while he's pushing the cart here. So just stick it out with your soldier and try and like get a pick off on like the Orisa or something. Because if your soldier, oh sorry, if your soldier dies now, this is your fault. Yeah, you should have been with him. That's how you're going to go do this res though. Completely fine. Nice how you end up on the platform. Really nice there. Do not, once again, you flick yourself out into the open when you don't need to. You can just stay behind. Really nice. Same thing again where it's like we're flinging ourselves into this D.Va when we don't really need to. Like, you're essentially just, what's it called? You're just like flinging yourself into this like D.Va again when you like, you can literally just leave it for your Kiriko and stuff like that. Play around these covers again. Play those covers. Try not to do these like big GAs across these enemies and stuff like that again. Alright? Anyways, I like this though. This is a really good time. Do not get the Glock out though. But like, this is a really, really good figure view where you can, what's it called? You can go in and damage boost this D.Va when she goes and dives in people and stuff like that. Try and get those stagger kills. This is completely fine for you to do. You going in with this Glock though, if your D.Va drops this DM, you are dead. And I'm hoping she doesn't. Yeah, you are dead. Because once again, we're being too aggressive with this, with our pistol and stuff like that. But yeah. But anyways, we use our Kitsune Rush, which is completely fine. Obviously, your Bastion's pushing point. We just need to get back as quick as we can. Kiri's kind of popped off with that Kitsune Rush, not gonna lie. But it would have been better if you were up there to help them out, basically, instead of dying again. I'm so used to playing and doing well on Mercy, like Overwatch 1. But just play her, and now I'm... It's not that you're bad with her either. I think we definitely just need to push that damage boost a little bit more, and we also just need to be a little bit more passively with how we play. Like, don't be going in and taking these aggressive angles. Like, just be like really scared of like the enemy team and stuff like that. So same thing again. You don't need to be healing your what's it called, your D.Va here, because she's gonna be waiting for the Kiriko to come back, and then the Kiriko can heal again for like a new ultimate. You can literally just stand here and just jiggle peek like this and help your Bastion. Sorry, not Bastion, soldier. You can help your soldier, because if you just keep, what's it called, you just keep on like jiggle peeking like this, you can get your ult with the damage boost onto the soldier, and it also can eliminate someone really quickly. But it's a nice damage boost onto him. He gets hacked, so obviously now he needs to focus healing, which is completely fine. Now you want to be playing off the cart because your D.Va's back and they're going to start like playing onto that cart and stuff. I like this Val. It's same thing again though, you don't need to sling yourself like completely into the enemies like you're doing here. Obviously it's nicely helping D.Va. Can't really do too much though because she gets hit. That's completely fine, helping like her like with that, what's it called? Remake, that's what I was looking for. Same thing as well, you want to be pushing up with people. Like, I'm going to do a full TikTok video on how the payload works and stuff like that, because there is a lot of times where the payload won't move, and there's a lot of times where the payload will move on its own, right? This is one of these scenarios where the payload will not move. It's a lot of the time when it reaches like a checkpoint or like a certain area of the map, it will be stationary for a few seconds, which basically means no matter how many people are on the point, it's not going to move. So yeah, I always say with Bastion because Sombra keeps getting him, but like, it's fine you doing that, do not get me wrong, but Bastion has 300 HP with armor compared to your 200 HP soldier, okay? So it means that it actually gives you a bit more leeway with having to peel for him, okay? So it's completely... So what you can do, actually, you can just stand here. You can stand here, you can damage boost the soldier like this while you're still pushed up, but then, oh, because my Bastion, you can hear him getting hacked, stuff like that. Well, bam, and you can reach your beam like from here onto him and peel for him. He has that extra HP as well, so you don't really get to worry too much. If it was more like your soldier or like your Kiri, I would be kind of like, oh, okay, you do need to like peel for them a little bit more, because obviously, you know, reduced health pool and stuff like that. But yeah, so you essentially just want to kind of like play in this kind of area like this. All right, keep going. Payload's pushing forward, which is completely fine. It would have been better if obviously, you know, you were up with your soldier. Doom is doing Doom things. You know, doing like doomy things. It would have been better like once again though if you would have been like pushed up here a little bit more again and that damage boost and everything. It's completely fine. I feel as though they might have given up now. Nice peel. This is exactly what I mean about the peel. Now, obviously it's EMP, so it's going to do a lot more. Nice how you go to go res though as soon as it's like gone away, which is nice. You did the absolute right thing there, and that's what you should have been doing this entire time. Being pushed up with a soldier. Oh, I've heard the Sombra going to go and peel. Alright? It kind of feels like they're giving up now though, I'm not going to lie. Which is really unfortunate, because I was looking for like a really like, what's it called? Really like aggressive last fire and stuff like that, like in like next round. Just with a quick word on this, you kind of like got to the point where you can kind of like just crouch quickly behind this payload and damage boost your bastion again, just try and get rid of that Sombra a little bit quicker. But apart from that, really, really great. I think they might have given up. Oh, okay. I mean, we'll quickly watch this last bit and stuff like that. Is this, oh, this is your Ana era. Okay. I can't really talk too much about Ana's, sorry, Eva's Ana, because obviously Eva's Ana is like so much better than mine, 100%.
Come over here.
In fact, let's just fast forward a little bit more. And yeah, I feel this kind of looks like a given up thing. I'll see if they put up another contest, but I don't think they are going to. Which is unfortunate because they were doing really well, definitely. They are still kind of fighting it in overtime. Obviously, I might as well just skip over your on a bit because I can't really say too. How long is this overtime? It's still going. Okay, it's finally ended. Hallelujah. Alright, okay, Eva. Obviously I'm not going to comment on your Ana because your Ana's well good, okay. Eva, okay. We need to flick on the damage boost a little bit more. Okay? So essentially, like, once you kind of, like, get people, like, above that kind of, like, half HP threshold, try to flick the damage boost on a little bit more. I'm really trying to get into that Mercy mindset. Like, try to think to yourself, obviously, try to think to yourself, okay, if I was playing Ana and I had, or say I was playing Kiri and I had a Mercy with me, how would I want the Mercy to perform? Or would I want the Mercy, you know, to like stay with the DPS, try and damage boost them? Obviously, you know, you can go up and damage boost the tank when needed and stuff like that, but it's very much you can leave the Kiri code to do the healing, like the majority of the time and stuff like that. So there's that. I think like reses were good. Eva, I think we just need to kind of like communicate it a bit more with our team, just to kind of like let them know like, hey, I'm resin, or like ping it and stuff like that. You did really well with the one with the Kiriko and you like went underneath and stuff like that, which is really, really good. Just really unfortunate that your bastion ended up like, what's it called, like getting stuck, which is a little bit frustrating. But yes, so there's that. Valks I think we're at the correct time. We just need to kind of work with how we position with the Valks, like try to kind of like do it out of the way, like in cover and stuff like that. And my biggest piece of advice, Eva, I know this is going to be a complete 180 from the last VOD, but be like really, don't be as aggressive, because a lot of the time, yeah, exactly, stop egoing the DPS, like stop going and using your Valks just like help like body block for people or like get in like in the way of people. Don't just play your life, play passively, play back and in your cover, and then obviously you help damage boost and stuff like that, and like just put that Glock away. Like unless if you see someone that's really, really low HP, like, I could tell you probably like 2 times you could have maybe got out of the Glock that fight. The rest of them, you could have done so much more by just damage boosting and stuff. But apart from that, Eva, like, it was good, do not get me wrong, like, it's a good VOD and everything like that. We just need to kind of focus on not dying as much as we did by, like, stupid decisions like the Valks and stuff like that. And just really work on how we position and just be that little bit less aggressive, basically. But yeah, I hope that helps Eva as well, and please ask me if you have any more questions and stuff like that. Once again, you guys can get your own VOD views if you have 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!